Hello, and welcome to Nevada State High School's Degree Planning Tutorial Part 1, High School, for all students. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the presentation to navigate through the presentation. Click the forward button now to begin. During this presentation, we will begin the process of 3 degree planning phases. In this lesson, we will discuss tracking your current college courses, planning your future course sequence, and what you will need moving forward into your second and third lessons for future degrees. At the conclusion of this presentation, you will take a short 5-question quiz covering this material. Let's get started. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Before we begin planning, it is important to understand where you are now in your courses. This lesson is not designed to stand on its own. We will lay the foundation and start you on a path to degree planning. But in doing this, it is important that you remember the end result is still 2 lessons away. This lesson will focus on the high school degree, while the second lesson will focus on an associate's degree, and the third on a bachelor's degree. From each student's college math and English placement scores up to their chosen degree field, each student will have their own unique plan that fits their needs, abilities, and college and career goals. Most importantly, you will see how all of the degree plans tie together. In this process, you need to remember that you are a high school student as well as a college student, trying to meet both high school and college degree requirements. Remember, this lesson is going to focus on high school. You don't need to worry about college degree requirements yet. Believe me, you will. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Part of identifying where you are now is identifying what courses you already have. To do this, you will need some paperwork. Look at this list and make sure that you have everything you will need. Your most recent high school transcript is essential to this lesson. Please make sure you have it before continuing. And make sure you use a pencil for all of your planning. It will get messy. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. This is the high school resource sheet. If you do not have it, you can print it off the school's online portal. There are a few things you should be aware of regarding this particular form. First, please read the general information. This is so you can gain basic understanding of dual credit requirements and how credits from college differ from credits in high school. It also goes over some information regarding remedial classes. Second, the box in the upper right-hand corner is for you to use when calculating your high school credits. We will talk about this in a moment. Third, the bottom of the form has several flowcharts. These are to help you as you plan courses to take for high school credit. The bold courses indicate the Nevada State High School recommended sequence of classes. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. This is the Degree Academic Planning Form version 1 and 2. If you do not have this form, you can print it off the school's online portal. This form will be used for both the first and the second lessons, so you'll need to keep track of it. At the top of the form, the requirements are spelled out for taking 3, 4, or 5 college classes per semester. Some students will be limited to taking only 3 college courses a semester if they do not meet the requirements for taking more. For example, if you fail a college class, you are limited to 3 college classes the following semester. If you are on academic probation, the same rule applies. As we go through these planning lessons, you will see how only being able to take 3 college classes each semester will really limit your potential and opportunities. Be familiar with these rules and do all you can to remove any limitations on your schedule. Not following the course limits can cause some issues for you, including steep fines. This form is used to plan your courses. The large table in the middle is where you will write your classes. First-year seniors do not use the top line. The third line is reserved for Lesson 2. You should not be putting any classes on that line in this session. You'll be making changes to this form, so please do not use a pen. Use a pencil and remember to write softly and carry a big eraser. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. On your high school transcript, you will find all of your high school credits. Write the total number of credits for each category in the credit total box on your high school resource sheet. One thing to remember is that you are taking classes now. Make sure you add these to your credit total. Of course, you will need to pass them in order to earn the credit, but for now, let's assume you are going to earn credit for these classes. This includes any classes you may have taken over the summer. Next, do some simple math and calculate how many credits you still need in each category. For example, If you have 2 English credits, you subtract that from the 4 you need to graduate from high school. You still need 2 credits of English. If you have 2 years of science, you subtract that from the 3 you need to graduate and learn that you still need 1 science credit. This is very important, so please understand that the credit totals provided on the high school resource sheet are for the advanced diploma. If after totaling your credits and going through the entire planning process, you find you may not be able to graduate from high school, please submit a ticket or come into Study Skills for help. Again, these credit totals are for the advanced diploma. See the handbook for standard diploma options. At the bottom of the high school resource sheet, there are flowcharts for taking college classes. Circle the class you are currently in for each of the flowcharts. For example, if you are currently in Math 96, circle it on the form. If you are taking English 102, circle that on the form. This indicates your starting point for the next step. This is where you are. You have earned some credits already, you are currently taking classes, and still need more in order to graduate. Now we can create a plan. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Here are some general rules that you will need to remember as you plan, and they are listed on top of the high school resource form. In order to receive high school credit, you need to be taking classes worth 3 or more credits. They cannot be higher than 200 level. For each class that meets this criteria, you will earn half a high school credit. For example, English 101 is a 3-credit college class, but only provides half a high school credit. Remedial classes can provide high school credit, but do not count towards a college degree. Math 95 and Math 96, for example, each provide half a high school credit. Not all remedial classes will do this, however. One example is Math 91 and 93. These do not give you high school or college credit. Best advice? Get out of remedial as soon as you can. If you have any questions about specific classes, check the handbook, submit a help ticket, or come into Study Skills. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Again, we are only looking at high school for this lesson. We're going to plan all of the courses you need to graduate from high school and stop there. It is likely you will have many holes in your schedule at this point. As you are looking at your degree academic planning form version 1 and 2, you will notice the first row in the table is labeled junior, the second senior, and the third first summer, fall, and spring. You need to have all of the credits you need to graduate from high school planned by the end of your senior year. Do not put any classes on the third row. Seniors, you only get to use the second row. You will be taking college classes to earn all of the credits you still need to graduate, and the flowcharts on the bottom of the high school resource sheet will guide you as you select which ones to take. While there are many different paths that you can take, the classes that are written in bold indicate the path Nevada State High School recommends. When in doubt, please follow the bold classes. Please do not schedule classes over the summer yet. Do everything you can to earn all of the credits you need in the fall and spring semesters. If you are in English 101 now and need more English credits, you'll write English 102 in your next semester. If you're in Math 126 now, put Math 127 in your next semester. For now, you will need to take math every semester you are enrolled at Nevada State High School, even if you have all of the math needed for high school requirements. Remember, this is not your final plan. That comes in Lesson 3. This will help you in the next few steps. No math exemptions yet. After writing all of the courses that you need to graduate from high school on the degree academic planning form, you will need to indicate what requirement that course is going to fill. All classes that you are adding in this lesson are fulfilling high school requirements. Thus, you will need to check the box labeled H next to each of those classes on the form. You do not need to worry about the A and the B boxes yet. Those will come in future lessons. One final note. Nevada State High School has a graduation requirement that students are out of remedial classes. Make sure by graduation you have completed all remedial classes. Go ahead and fill out the degree academic planning form now with all of the classes you will need to meet graduation credit requirements. Use the credit totals and flowcharts on the high school resource sheet to choose the classes that you will need. If you need help or have questions, speak to an SSA, submit a ticket, or ask your Study Skills instructor. Again, these are just classes needed for high school requirements. You will have lots of holes and may even have a full semester with no classes scheduled. That is okay. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. You should now have all of the classes you need to graduate from high school scheduled on your degree academic planning form. If not, pause the presentation and finish filling it out now. There will be blank spaces as you only need to log classes needed for high school. You should do all in your power to keep your summer semesters free from classes as well. Just plan the minimum requirements for an advanced high school diploma. You will fill in your elective courses later with college courses. You should review your form and make sure you are completing your high school requirements as soon as possible. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Now that you have your high school requirements planned, you need to do a few things to prepare for the next 2 lessons. First, save these forms in your portfolio and have them with you as you watch lessons 2 and 3. These lessons build on each other and you will need this information to continue. Second, you will need to get a copy of the Associates of Arts General Degree from CSN for Lesson 2. You should look it over prior to the lesson so that you have a general understanding of it and the courses required to earn that degree. This is available on Nevada State High School Student Portal or CSN's website. You will need a printed copy of it that you can write on. Third, you will need to choose a bachelor's degree and an institution to earn it from. For Lesson 3, you will need a printed bachelor's degree worksheet that you can write on. This is the most important part of your preparation for these lessons. Of course, you can change your mind at any time, but you will need to come to Lesson 3 with a printed bachelor's degree worksheet from any college or university. Finally, pass your classes. As you will see in the next few lessons, failing a class can really cause you problems. A little work early in your college career can save you a lot of time and money. Get tutoring if needed. Come into Study Skills for support. Do whatever you have to, but remember that planning is only effective if you follow that plan. Failing a course can push everything back a semester or in some cases, even a full year. Don't forget your homework. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. This is the end of Lesson 1. We have helped identify where you are now and what you have done so far. We have planned your high school requirements for the advanced diploma and discussed what you need for lessons 2 and 3. Don't forget what you need to bring to them. That's your homework. Now let's take a short 5-question quiz on the material that we've covered. Click to the next slide when you're ready. Let's go over a couple of things before you begin your 5-question quiz. After answering each question, click Next. After you've answered all of the questions on the quiz, click Submit All. You will have 2 opportunities to take the quiz. Read each question carefully, and good luck. Click to the next slide when you're ready to begin.